On December 12th, a regular day, a new Anarchy server was born, Minecraft Survival, or as I and my comrades called it, Velo SMP, owned by players Velocity X, Takutos, and Lionheart X. Mere days into the server being made, members Velocity X, Takutos, and Lionheart X would play it occasionally just for fun. All was about to change. December 22nd, another ordinary day for most people, for 2 critical additions to the Velo SMP were going to be added. 1 AM GMT. Idolcraft, and Sora Falcon were added to the Velo SMP. We quickly began gaining resources. In previous days before that, another member was added, Gazelle08, the sister of another member, who would swiftly join her brother as an enemy of the group that goes under the name of L2K, composed of Sora Falcon, me, Idolcraft, and Velocity_X. December 24th, the war starts. An accidental robbery would cause all-out war. A creeper would blow up a startled Velocity X and give up one of the most prized possessions on the server to this day, the Pog Apple. This crucial item would be given to the enemies of L2K, the Techno Stan army, composed of Lionheart X, Takutos, and Gazelle08. A golden apple that Velocity X would get his hands on early into the server, aka the Pog Apple, would be stolen from him by a man he thought was trying to help him. This sparked a rivalry, which soon turned to war. December 25th, Christmas Day. No battles would happen this day, but I would grind deep into late hours of the night, obtaining first diamond armor, then tools, then full netherite. December 26th, a day for preparations. I would travel to the End Dimension, in which me, Velocity X, and Sora Falcon beat the Ender Dragon in several days prior. I would find myself at an Enderman farm, in which I obtained Unbreaking and several armor-specific enchants, and fully maxed out my tools. To be met with gunfire, and a ban. I had broken a serious rule without realizing. The rule against using other people's farms. I would serve a 1-day ban, then get a day's ban removed in exchange for items of equivalent value to the items and enchants I received at the Enderman farm, but I kept all the enchants that I had got there. December 27th, the grind for battle started. We had done it. We had found a new base, as the last base, Mount Sheepford, was decimated, our sheep farm destroyed with the sheep killed, our village empty, and our field of crops lay destroyed. All that was left was 1 stack of diamonds as payment for killing our sheep, which was breaking a rule. L2K founded the Sandy Spruce District, in which me and my comrades would spend hours cutting down super spruce trees and exchanging sticks for emeralds, and emeralds for enchantments, food, and arrows. The grind would continue for a week. January 3rd, the penultimate day of non-battle. With our trusty axes, we would make our way to max enchanted armor, with the only person who lacked slightly was Sora Falcon, who had been occupied the previous days and unable to get his armor to its ultimate potential. The Battle of the Portals, January 4th. The Battle of the Portals would ensue soon. L2K knew that, Techno Stan Army knew that, and we knew that one team would lose, not only their dignity, but also their items. With no time to spare, L2K rushed the trees into their inventories and the emeralds into sharpness books. One would go to only one member, Velocity X, which was to be put on his axe. A sharpness 4 book, which I had obtained using enchanting, was given to Sora Falcon, as I already had sharpness 4 on my maxed out sword, which wasn't maxed out for it only had sharpness 4, the only thing it was lacking. With me already having sharpness 4 and not enough time to make that 5, I would have to just be a tank and not a warrior in DPS. Late into a British night, on January 4th, which turned into the 5th, the Battle of the Portals commenced, with Techno Stan Army greatly outgearing us, just showing us by building their tower of bowfire with obsidian, a scarce and hard to get resource. And although we fought valiantly, I would be the only one to take a life of the enemy's team, taking out Gazelle08 with my sword and her items that I would take. And with that, I would die, making my helmet break from the 2 people attacking me, as I was the last member alive, getting outnumbered. And like that, they would lose a maxed out netherite helmet, but I would lose everything, even the Idolcraft, an unnamed maxed netherite pickaxe, and my original British bannered shield, my most prized possession. I would return home with full prot 4, Thorns 3 unbreaking diamond armor, and nothing else. The journey for maxed out gear part 2. On the 6th of January, I would begin maxing out my armor fully. Every possible good enchant, even going so far to make 2 pickaxes, one with Silk Touch and one with Fortune 3. And I would finish the process with a hidden spider grinder on January 8th. I then destroyed the farm, leaving no trace, and exiting with my pork armor set. I would be ready for the next battle. This is the end of part 1 of the full story of the Velo SMP. Subscribe to get part 2 sooner.